Hello, folks. My name is Brad Hines. I am a digital marketing strategist. I teach people how to earn money on the internet for a living, and I am a designer as well. I'd like to talk with you today about Zazzle.com, the print on demand website. Most of you are probably on it. If you are not, in short, what they do is you can take your images and upload them onto various products that they sell, like mugs, postcards, calendars, etc., and they will print them on demand for people when they purchase them and give you a license. So you will be making royalties. This is my account here, zazzle.com/Brad Hines, and I'm a seasoned seller on the site. I've been selling for about 3 years now, and I have over 700 products at present. You can see a little bit of them here. My designs are pretty eclectic. And I am going to teach you from my experiences today in this video some of the things you can do to make your sales more robust and to give you some traction on the site if you've been trying to get that without success. So jumping right in, the first thing I want to talk about is the importance of having a lot of products. And this may seem obvious, it may not be, but the easiest way to get a lot of products on the site, because sometimes you can be scrambling for ideas, is to, when you have a good idea, do variations on a theme. So for example, I had a very good image of a French bulldog, and I was able to take that, so we will find that now, French bulldog. And I didn't just stop at putting it on one product, I put it on many. So here's the image here that you can see, or there's actually two of them, which again is part of making variations on a theme. It's not just selling dogs stuff, it's selling French bulldogs. So it's the long tail keyword model, if you will, where you're coming up first in the search result because this is beyond searching for just dogs. This is something much more specific. It's French bulldog. So I can then take every breed of dog and come up with products for that. And I know that a French bulldog owner is likely to type that in. And again, it's more specific than just using the keyword dog. So here I have French bulldog, and I have two different images, and you can see that I've got it on numerous products. I have it everything from stamps to mugs, posters, pins, pillows. And this improves your chances of selling a given image, obviously, is put it on multiple products. So honing in on that a little further, let's talk about the importance of good keywords. So here's my French Bulldog coffee mug. Let's go in and check and see that we do in fact have good keywords for it. So I'm just going to go to Edit. And then on the left, you're going to go down to Tags. And here's the ones that I've used. So we can see that here's the lesser important keywords. Dog and dogs are very generic. What's much better that I have here is French and bulldog, and then of course the combined one. To do a combined one, you simply use the quotation marks. Because if you don't do quotation marks, you can see it just comes up like that versus adding the quotation marks. And now it comes up as one whole word. So that's very important, is to think of the most specific keywords for a given thing. I might even want to add pets to that. That's rather generic too. But I think the good one is that I have French bulldog in there. So another good tip is to stay on top of the Zazzle market by understanding what's selling on a daily or weekly basis, to both gather trends and then also just to know how good designers on the site, certainly perhaps designers better than myself, and find out how they're making their products. So at least once a week, I like to go to zazzle.com/bestsellers, and you can go down here and you can divide it by all time, just the best sellers today, and so forth. I like to at least look at what was popular in the last month. This was the holiday season, so you're going to see that there's a lot of that. And sure enough, this can give different ideas for whatever time period you're in, respectively. If it's Halloween, you can get ideas for Halloween stuff, for spring, etc. But the point is it's good to periodically come here. Zazzle.com, again, it was simply best sellers. So a lot of people struggle for finding different images to put on products, or they've not that they've struggled, but that they've in their mind they've exhausted the list, and sometimes it's hard to be perpetually pumping out your own stuff, whether you're a photographer or an illustrator. And let's say you want to make a coffee mug today and you just don't have anything to put on it. One thing that you can do is to use other people's images that are public domain images. That is, they're allowing anybody to license it. My understanding is that Zazzle is okay with this as well, as long as you're giving the proper credit where credit is due somewhere in the product, if that's what is required. But say you want an image of a bumblebee, a cartoon bee. So bumblebee, we're going to go to Google Images. And then now over here, we go to Tools, Usage Rights, and labeled for reuse with modification. So now we have here all the images of bumblebees that are public domain, or the taker of the photo or the illustrator of the picture is allowing you to use it for whatever purposes you like, including modifying it, meaning a website like Zazzle. So I'm going to take this photo here, and I won't do it right now, but I could take that and I could put that on my coffee mug. I could put that on a greeting card. I could do whatever. And you can see right here, public domain, and no attribution required. So in this particular photo, you don't even have to mention in your product where it came from. You can take that and you can put it on whatever you like. And in my 700 products, probably 5 or 10% of them are public domain images just like this. And I've been making money with it. And again, it was stuff that I didn't have to take the image. So it extends the ability of what I'm able to do. Another thing that's important in terms of knowing what sells is not just on the site as a whole, but also focusing in on your own products, finding out what your bestseller is, what your bread and butter is, so to speak. What I recommend is to go to products in your store, and then over here in the menu where you can sort them by the most sales. So the quantity sold most to least. So I've done this before, and I knew in the past that it's this postcard that I've made of the city of Miami. It's a humorous Donald Trump parody Christmas card and sweater. And when I've been able to check these and know that they're my biggest sellers, I've then been able to figure out something about that. Why was it maybe the best seller? And to be able to go and take it, open it up, and figure out if I need to expound on that. So I think with this one in particular, I had seen that I had this same postcard in English, and then I went and made it in Spanish. And I could now go and extend that and do that for others as well. And I learned that by going to my own personal best sellers, which again was to go to your store, products, and then quantity most to least, and it will show you what you have sold the most of and what you can do. So that tip that I learned about offering a different language, I learned from this, and now I will probably go and do that. I will go to some of my older products and I will add them in different languages. And that's another way to execute what we spoke of at the beginning of this video, which was doing products that are a variation of a theme. So now I have one image, and I'm able to have it multiple ways to capture a wider audience and sell it multiple times. So that's it for this video. I also have stuff on similar websites like teacherpayteachers.com, and I hope that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and best of luck in your selling.